those dollars are going and why it's important. So hopefully not too hard of questions, but just kind of connecting the donor experience with the foundation and why they should keep giving.
Okay.
If that helps you, if you have any questions before I start asking you questions, please let me know.
All right.
I got it.
All right. I am ready when you guys are.
Awesome. So the first thing is just going to be like a repeat after me style.
Okay.
So you're just going to say, my name is, I'm a whatever, and I've been working at Gunderson for X amount of years.
And should I look at Tia?
Yep. Yes.
All right. My name is Dietrich, and I am a medical oncologist, and I specialize in breast cancer, and I've been at Gunderson for 20 years.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Good?
Yep.
Okay. And jump in here, too, if you had any ideas.
I just was tweaking the audio there, but you sounded great.
Okay. Perfect. So if you could just tell a brief overview of what you know of Steppin' Out in Pink. So kind of all these questions start off rephrasing my question. So an overview of Steppin' Out in Pink on my side is X, Y, and Z.
Okay, so like my experience with Stepping Out in Pink?
Yes, like your story of Steppin' Out in Pink and how it connects with your breast cancer patients and kind of that whole realm of things.
Okay. I have a lot of connections with Stepping Out in Pink, and I have a lot of connections through the various roles in my life, I guess. I'm a breast cancer survivor, and so I enjoyed the event from that perspective. I take care of patients with breast cancer, and one of the things I love about Stepping Out in Pink is the survivor breakfast. I always volunteer there every year, and I love to see my patients outside of clinic having a wonderful day that's all about them and raising money for this cause. And so that's one of the highlights for me, definitely. And then finally, I'm a breast cancer researcher, and so I benefit from the money that is raised in Stepping Out in Pink in terms of being able to do my research. And that, of course, goes back to helping patients. So it's a wonderful full circle.
Yeah. Could you talk about your research efforts with those dollars raised?
Mm-hmm. So most recently, my research has been focusing on survivorship care. So a cancer survivor is defined as anyone diagnosed with cancer from the minute they're diagnosed with cancer to the end of their life. And so what we are currently focusing on is after patients have completed their active treatment when they have early stage breast cancer, how do we prepare them to live a healthy life from there on out? And so we give them a summary of the treatment that they've had, the surgery, radiation, chemotherapy, endocrine therapy, whatever that treatment is. They can share that with their family, they can share that with their primary care doctor. It's located in the chart, so there's kind of a one-stop place where you can find out what was the patient's experience with their cancer. And I think that's very helpful for patients and their caregivers. The other thing that we do at the survivorship visit is we just kind of make sure that nothing is falling through the cracks in terms of caring for the whole patient. So we look at any kind of physical issues that they're having. Would they benefit from some occupational therapy? If appropriate, have they had genetic counseling? Have they seen a nutritionist? Would they benefit from a referral to an exercise program? Are there spirituality issues? Just really try to look at the whole person and what can we do to help them with their wellness goals for the rest of their life. So we make referrals as needed, we give them encouragement, and then lastly we give them a roadmap of what does their follow-up look like. Who are they seeing when, which doctors are taking care of which tests and visits, so they know who to call, where they should be, what they should be doing for their follow-up care. And so my research just focuses on what is the best way to deliver that care. What do patients want? How do they want to receive that education and information? How will they retain it? What other things can we add to the program to benefit patients?
Awesome. It's so hard not to do verbal cues and be like, oh.
I bet.
That's why I'm like, don't say anything. That's so cool. So Stepping Out in Pink raises money for the research behind breast cancer, and then giving those options for underinsured and either or uninsured patients. So kind of coming from that aspect, how does that money impact your work in the sense of, do you receive direct dollars from Stepping Out in Pink? Is that allocated to you? This is just a general question. You don't have to answer this. I'm just curious to see.
Because the money raised at Stepping Out in Pink is used for breast cancer research, when I do research that is for breast cancer, then that money can be allocated towards that research. There are other people here who are also doing breast cancer research, very different types of breast cancer research. So Dr. Kenny, who's a PhD, is doing basic science research, doing some wonderful things with breast cancer patients in terms of identifying specific abnormalities in their cancer, and then we're able to target that abnormality very specific with drugs that might not be drugs that we would usually use for breast cancer, and we've had some wonderful patient stories who've had some great experiences with that.
Very cool. So why is this event special to Gunderson in your or your view or your opinion?
I'm going to go back to your last question because I didn't talk about the underserved, so I will add a little bit of that. So I think the other great thing that I see in my clinic and the impact that the dollars raised in Stepping Out in Pink is providing mammograms for patients who are unable or uninsured. And so that's been a wonderful aspect of the care that we're able to give through those donations. And then the next one, say it again.
So why is this event special to Gunderson in your eyes? So in your field and everything, why is this so connected to Gunderson? Why is it such an important event to keep donating and keep doing? It's a big question.
Stepping Out in Pink has been an amazing event. I think that from the first year that we did it, we were just overwhelmed by the amount of community support and about how much this means for our patients and their families. And the fact that it has been sustained for going on 15 years is just incredible. I've seen many other cancer fundraisers that kind of come and go. And because breast cancer is a common cancer, a lot of people know people who are affected, and it's their mothers, their sisters, their daughters, those people that are just kind of, the heart of the home and the family. And so I think that's why the community just has such a special connection to this event.
Beautiful. So why do you think that patients in the community choose to support? I guess you kind of answered that within that question, so that I guess we can skip over that.
Okay.
That would just be a repeat. That was awesome. What is one thing you wish everyone knew about Gunderson Medical Foundation? So this is kind of going into, since we're going to have all donors in this room, kind of really trying to connect with them, like why is Gunderson Medical Foundation such an important cause to keep donating to? I think that many people don't know the wide range of causes that they can donate to through the foundation. I mean, obviously there's general funds, but then also funds that are specific, for instance, for breast cancer or other cancer research, or for helping patients who might need a little extra help when they're going through cancer care or care for other illnesses. I think it's something that's really special. Not every community has a foundation in a place like this where they can donate, for that wide range of things: wellness, research, education, helping patients who need that extra help. Beautiful. So what would you say to encourage others to make a gift and or participate in Stepping Out in Pink?
I would encourage everybody to participate in Stepping Out in Pink at least once. I think there's a very special feeling that happens at that event, and it's something that everybody should experience. You can also get that very special feeling by donating and knowing, what great things your donations are helping to provide for our patients.
Beautiful. If a donor was with you today, what would you say to them? And then starting that as if a donor was with me today.
Okay. If a donor was with me today, I think the first thing that I would say is thank you. Thank you for thinking about the foundation when you're looking, to make a donation, and to let them know that it really does make a difference. We have a unique institution here that's doing research in the community. It makes a difference towards that. It makes a difference in the lives of our patients.
Beautiful. So these next things are actually, we're going to look straight at the camera now.
Okay.
And again, it's going to be that repeat after me style. So Gunderson Medical Foundation, where your generosity changes lives.
Okay. Gunderson Medical Foundation, where your generosity changes lives.
Thank you for supporting Gunderson Medical Foundation.
Thank you for supporting Gunderson Medical Foundation.
And if you want to thank anyone or anything else, just feel free to say that into the camera. Give that opportunity.
Well, I would like to thank Gunderson Medical Foundation for supporting me in my research and for supporting my patients.
Beautiful.
So let's do the thank you for supporting Gunderson Medical Foundation one more time.
I looked over at her, didn't
Yeah.
I? So say it again for me.
So thank you for supporting Gunderson Medical Foundation.
Thank you for supporting Gunderson Medical Foundation.
Good.
Perfect.
I know it's hard when I'm like, yeah.
Because I always want to look at the person who's talking to me. Yes.
Perfect. Do you have anything else to add before we wrap this up?
I don't think so. I think if you guys thought it was
I think this is great.
good, if
Yeah.
we don't need to do anything again.
Awesome.
Okay. Perfect.
Beautiful. Well, thank you
Okay.
so